So we can make some distinctions here. Insight therapy, the first few that we'll talk about are types of insight therapy. The main goal is to gain insight to get a better understanding of your thoughts and your emotions. So when we talk about psychoanalysis, that's an insight therapy. When we talk about client-centered therapy, that's an insight therapy. Again, let's understand why you feel the way that you do. Others are action therapies. So the action therapies, we don't care about you knowing why you feel this way. The important thing is, let's change your behavior, because your maladaptive behavior is your issue. Doesn't matter why you are doing this, we just need to change that behavior. We can distinguish between directive and non-directive therapies. So with the directive therapy, the therapist is going to tell you what to do. With the non-directive therapy, we're going to let the client figure out a lot of what to do on their own. Open-ended therapy goes on for an unlimited number of sessions. Wow. I hope you have a good extended health plan for something like that, quite frankly, folks, because that's going to get costly. Unless, at least in Ontario, if you're seeing a psychiatrist, that's going to be covered by OHIP. If you're seeing a psychologist, that's not going to be covered, not by OHIP. Have you seen how much a clinical psychologist can charge? How much? I don't know if it's that high, but it's certainly hundreds of dollars an hour. Hundreds of dollars an hour that they can charge. I just remember looking this up because I was interested. It sounds like stalking, but I don't want to say stalking. A guy that I went to grad school with, he always said that he wanted to become a clinical psychologist. That was his goal, was to sit and talk to people about the issues that they got and help them to resolve those issues. That's what he wanted to do. And so years ago, I Googled him just to see if I could figure out if he ever was able to get to that goal, and I found him. And immediately upon completion of his PhD, if you want to go and talk to him, okay, so remember this, he's in his early 30s, he's got like no experience doing this, okay? And his rate in like 2005 or 2006, whatever it was $150 an hour. And oh, by the way, it wasn't a real hour either. It was 50 minutes. 150, so $3 a minute he was charging you. And keep in mind, again, your provincial health care is not going to cover that, okay? So, now you can imagine 13, 14 years later, how much he would charge. So, certainly don't want that happening, do you? Time limited. It limits the number of sessions. And there used to be a chart that showed that really, it was something like 65 to 70% of people showed improvements in their behaviors after 28 sessions. 28 sessions. So 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, for 9 weeks. People showed positive improvements after 2 months worth of therapy. Individual therapy, 1 client, 1 therapist. There are some benefits to that. The benefit is that you have the therapist's undivided attention for that period of time. Group therapy, several clients participate at the same time. Again, the biggest benefit of this, other than cost, is that kind of like AA. So Alcoholics Anonymous is rooted in the idea of having a mentor. Is it called a mentor? Not a mentor. What do they call that person? Sponsor. A sponsor. And remember, that sponsor is someone who used to be an alcoholic and now they've been clean and sober for so long. And so whenever the person who's currently enrolled in AA feels the need to drink alcohol, they call their sponsor who talks them out of it, right? And that's what group therapy is basically, it's based on. Because guess what? You understand that you're not alone. You're not the only person in your town or city. Wow, some people might not as well bother even coming to class if you're not going to listen. Really, if you'd rather play on your phones, don't show up. Oh, and it's also based on the idea that if you can get over this, so can I. And there's really nothing more powerful than that. If you can get over these symptoms, then so can I.